All right, everybody, welcome back. This is going to be a little bit of an update from everything else y'all seen. So basically, I'm on MHS Genesis from start until now. So obviously, I went to a Navy recruiter. I wanted to join a Navy. I'm 32. Um, After talking to the recruiter, and like once again, this video here is going to like catch everybody else up to speed if they want to watch. I know I ain't got a lot of viewers, but hey, it's okay. Something I've been wanting to do. Now I'm doing it despite this big old neck tattoo. I think that it's going to work out, but if I can't get a waiver for it, I have to get everything removed from the collar line up, which I really don't want to have to do, but I do it. If I have to, I'll do it. So, anyways, go back into what I was talking about. MHS Genesis. Obviously, I talked to a recruiter, which I do not have the same recruiter now. I ended up switching recruiters, and I'll get into that in a little bit, and why I did that, and why I felt it was best in my circumstance that I needed to do so. So, anyways, I got with a recruiter not far from me, as close as I could get one at that point in time, and seemed like they were interested in helping me out and getting in and things like that. And I issued paperwork to them, or gave paperwork to them that they needed, and I am where I am now. Still enlisting, and everything so far has been going fine. It's taken a little while, but that's good because I'm hoping by midterms that I mean not that the jab, you know what I mean. Hopefully it won't be like a thing at that point in time. Hopefully they'll get rid of it and realize that hey, natural immunity is way better, and all that stuff. So I'm just not looking forward to that. That's not my thing. Not cool with that. There's many reasons I could tell you why, and all of them make sense. I just can't say it on here because YouTube is not so good. Excuse me, heartburn like always. So was going through the phases, going through the motions with the recruiter, did everything I needed to do. I haven't went to MEPS yet, but I signed the paperwork for MHS Genesis, which is Military Health System Genesis. It's supposed to be this new great thing, but it's really supposed to make it hard for people to join because I'm feeling like they're wanting to downsize the military. I feel like that is one of the big conspiracies going on right now. Not a conspiracy theory, but conspiracy. So it is what it is. I still think I did pretty well. It took about 2 weeks for me to get everything back from MHS through my recruiter. He told me what I needed to get and mixed up my records with my brother's records and an ex-wife's records, or a late wife's records. And so I pretty much had to sort through all that, find out, what was mine and what was theirs. Obviously, I don't have some of the issues that were in there, so I had to sort through all that stuff and get what was mine. Now I have all that information. I'm going to have to present it to my new recruiter. The reason why I got another recruiter is because I've been trying to get a hold of my recruiter and calling, and I felt like they weren't answering. Obviously, they weren't answering, so I called from my wife's phone. As soon as I did that, they answered. So I was like, okay, like, do y'all not want to hear from me, or y'all not wanting to get me in, type of deal. Obviously, they're getting tons of younger people than myself. I'm 32. They're getting people in there every day, like 16, 17. Can't wait till they're 18 to get in. And then they're telling those people to hold on, wait till you're old enough, or they get emancipated. If you're 17, you can enlist. If you're emancipated, or in 18-year-olds, they're getting in there. People in their earlier 20s that are, a lot less, things to go through than me. I have tattoos everywhere, which these are all fine. None of them are offensive. The one that is an issue is the one here on my neck. Like I said, it hurt really bad. I don't want to have to go through getting it removed just to get it again later on once I'm out of the military. So, because my recruiter wasn't answering, and I felt like, look, I don't like being the type of person to blow up someone's phone, I went ahead and called another recruiter, which was in St. Louis, Missouri. The one that I was going through was somewhere else. I'm not going to give him a bad rap. It might not have been his fault. He might have been legit, like not able to answer it. It might have been just a, what do you call that? Basically, just a fluke that he answered when I called from my wife's phone, which to me, I'm just not going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and find somebody who wants to get me in and wants to keep communicating with me. So I called an office in St. Louis, which I'm dealing with now. Really nice lady, and I'm not going to give her name on here, but that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be meeting with her this coming Monday. Right now, this is what is today? Today is the end of. It's like late in the evening on Thursday. This weekend is Easter weekend, so hopefully that all goes pretty well and all. Um, Easter weekend, yeah. So this coming Monday at 9 a.m. I meet with her. I bring her all of my stuff that I have as far as the medical records, which I said, I've told you all before. I had some anxiety issues after my late wife passed away, and it was hard for me to deal with. I was, at that point, a single father taking care of a 14-month-old little girl by myself, and just didn't know what to do. So, of course, you go to a doctor, they're going to prescribe you some stupid stuff like that, and now I have to, kind of suffer a little bit of consequences for that. At MEPS, I got to explain my situation. They're not just going to be like, oh, he was in this medication, you can't join. They're going to want to ask you what was going on, so MHS Genesis just makes it harder for you to lie. They might not find stuff on there. I feel like some of my stuff might be missing, and they added some stuff that wasn't mine. Like I said, it was my ex late wife and a brother of mine, and then some of those issues were mine, which was mostly the anxiety stuff. And I did have some high blood pressure going on during that point in time because of the stress, and also like white jacket syndrome. I'm just normally nervous going into a doctor's office, so my blood pressure was generally high, like always like 128 over 80 or 136 over 88 and stuff like that. So I'm going to do my best before going to MEPS this time to make sure I lose about 40 pounds. I'm not overweight, but I got a beer gut. Not really, but I could definitely lose some weight. I weigh 255 pounds, but I'm 6 feet tall. A lot of it is muscle because I used to work out a lot, but not doing anything for a while. Kind of got a dad bod, so I'm going to try to get rid of that. I'm going to. I would urge you to do this if you want to be in a healthy area, a healthy state of mind, healthy state of body, going into boot camp, because it's hard as hell. I know, I guarantee it is hard. So best way to do that is possibly get a gym membership, find a running buddy to help you stay motivated and things like that, because the running is what I would guarantee to be the hardest part. So that's what I'm going to be most focused on. Push-ups, sit-ups, all that other stuff. I think that whenever I first started thinking about joining, I told my wife, and she obviously at first wasn't okay with it, but after hearing about all the perks and traveling and cool stuff like that, they're down. She's ready. And she's proud of me and all that stuff. So let's just hope I get in. So whenever I told her about that originally, she was like, oh, let me go see what the physical requirements are. So she went and looked it up, and for somebody that's 32, my age, between 30 and 34, I think the requirements are, I think what it said was, I think it's 13 push-ups in a minute. I could be wrong. But whenever she looked up the requirements to make it through and qualify in boot camp, which you'll qualify in P days, which is when you first get there as processing days, before you actually, go to where you're going to be, you're at for the majority of your stay there at boot camp in Great Lakes, Illinois, just above Chicago. What was I saying? P days, whatever. Oh yeah, you got to qualify during P days and run and stuff like that, and make sure that you qualify to even start boot camp at that point. But she looked it up and was like you got to be able to do 47 push-ups in I think 50 seconds, or no, a minute or something like that. I don't exactly remember what it said. It's 47 push-ups in 2 minutes, I think it said, or it might have been a minute and a half. But I did 47 push-ups in 50 seconds, and I'm 32 years old. I used to work out all the time, and so at that point I was like, you know what, I got this. I just got to get my running down. So as soon as I go and bring the girl that is my recruiter now, well, my main recruiter, I guess, as soon as that's done and I bring her that stuff, I'm going to get a gym membership at the Y and start swimming, running, do everything I need to do there, sauna even after working out, before working out, to figure all this stuff out. There's a steam room, a hot tub, different things you can do to keep your metabolic heart rate up, or things like that, so I can lose some weight. The more weight you lose, the better your blood pressure is. I think it's per pound, 1 point per pound is basically what they say. So basically, if you lose 20 pounds, you can really expect to drop your blood pressure, systolic and diastolic numbers, possibly 20 points. And if that happens, then I'm definitely in the good. Plus I take a lot of supplements also. So if you do have a higher blood pressure and you're like, man, it could be because of white coat syndrome or whatever, which is basically just nervousness in a doctor's office, one thing that you could do is start drinking beet juice. It does not taste all that bad, I promise. I was not down with it at first. It doesn't smell too good, but it kind of tastes a little bit like V8, but sweeter in a way. I mix mine with like tart cherry juice and unsweetened cranberry juice. You can get this stuff at Walmart in the juice aisle. It's a little bit more expensive for like a smaller bottle of it, but it generally lasts a while, especially if you just drink a little bit of all that a day. Plus beet extract supplementation, garlic extract. I take a ton of that. I take like 4,000 milligrams a day, sometimes 8,000 milligrams. If I forget if I took it, I'll take it more. It ain't gonna hurt you. Plus I take magnesium and also some potassium. Potassium helps you pee out salt, which makes the viscosity of your blood vessels. I can actually see my veins now. I wasn't able to do that before, like see my veins before for a while because of all the stress and stuff like that. I was all like tightened up all the time. But that natural stuff really does work, especially if you pair it with a healthy diet and healthy exercise. So that's what I'm focusing on doing right now to make sure that I do good at MEPS and that I do good at boot camp, because being in the military is really important to me. So back to the whole thing with the recruiter. I have to bring her some papers Monday morning at 9 a.m. in Troy, Missouri. And then from there, basically, she's going to turn that stuff in and see whether or not MEPS thinks I need more information, which I told her already. That's all that I could find. So either they say that they need more or that's good enough, and they'll set me up a MEPS date. So whenever she tells me that that's good enough, I'm going to let her know, hey, I need about a month and a half to 2 months. I want to make sure that I'm completely healthy, like all the way around. Before going to MEPS, that means healthy weight, healthy blood pressure, and all that stuff. So I want to get some exercising and dieting and other things like that done. So just wanted to update all y'all on that and give y'all some advice of what I'm doing to make this easier for me, especially at my age. I'm an old man. I know the old man jokes are coming. They're gonna call me grandpa and all kind of stuff like that. But I guarantee you I'm gonna be outperforming a lot of those people. It's just gonna happen. I've been through a lot of this already in the past, plus in high school, was on track, worked out a lot, stayed pretty active throughout my life. Recently, I mean, I've been a deckhand on a boat. I'm a welder. I lift tons of weight every day, flipping stuff around that I weld on, having to move stuff around and things like that. So I am pretty, confident in my abilities to succeed in RTC, which was Recruit Training Command in Great Lakes, Illinois. I'm looking forward to it. And then as far as rate, still, it is up in the air. I know that it could be anything. In order, like people say, you could go to a place for a job that you want, whether it be at a welding job or a babysitting job, whatever. There are jobs there, but they might already be filled. So that job might not be available to me. So make sure that whenever you become interested, or if you are interested in enlisting in any branch of the service, make sure that you get to know all of their rates or MOSs, so you can pick more than one that you're interested in, just in case the one that you really want is not available, which is what I have done. So there is, for me, Master at Arms, which is military police in the Navy, and there is also RP, which is Religious Program Specialist, which is basically a chaplain's bodyguard or assistant. There is a blue side to that and a green side. Obviously, blue side is with the Navy. Green side, you serve with the Marine Corps. That is what I'm interested in. So if I do go RP, I will go green side. Also, another one that takes a lot more time in school, A school and possibly in C school, is MH. I think it's MH, is corpsman. There's hospital corpsman and green side corpsman. Green side corpsman is obviously the one that I'd be interested in. There are some other jobs also that you can apply for, as well as having your normal rate is IA, which is what is that? Individual augmentee, which is basically where you can train to get training if you want to volunteer to go and do some actual combat stuff. So that would be right up my alley. Also, another one is there's a gunner's mate. Things like that. There's also a helicopter door gunner or helicopter crewman. A few things like that I'd be interested in and find really fun. You also have to be able to swim and rescue people and stuff like that. You get training for all this stuff. There's tons of cool stuff. If the hands-on type of thing isn't your thing in the military and you're looking for something that's more like IT, what is that on my face? This gray hair, y'all. So if it's like more IT and you're like more into techie stuff, there's sonar technicians, there is, you know, computer mechanics people, and all kind of people that do all kind of stuff like that. So it's just up to you what you're into. And so that's pretty much that. Can't think of anything else that's really going on right now. It's been a slow process, but like I said, I'm happy about that. You know, that way my wife gets time to adjust to this new lifestyle that's possibly coming, and I don't want to get the, you know, I want to, you know, kind of skip over that. Or not necessarily skip over it, just come in right after that's done, because I don't believe in it. I don't think that there's any good that comes out of it, and I believe that it's has bad intentions. I mean, one of the most richest people in the world, Bill Gates, was like, "Oh, we're so overpopulated. We're so overpopulated. We need to do something about it." And as soon as COVID hits, you know, the big thing, you know, everybody's sick and so deadly and whatever. He's like, "We need to get everybody a vaccine quick." I can't believe I just said vaccine. But anyways, it is what it is. You know, this is gonna have a military deal on it, but I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have put that on there. Oh well, it's too late. I can't edit it out. I apologize, you know. Once again, this is my opinion, so if YouTube does watch this, you know, it is what it is, you know. I'm just trying to go into the military, and I want to keep my rights as a human being while doing so. I don't want to get stuck with something I don't want in my body. So anyways, hope that y'all enjoyed the video. As always, God bless every single one of you. This is a hunting and fishing and shooting and guns channel, but this is the, you know, place in life that I am at right now. This is what I'm doing. And if y'all are interested in the Navy stuff or military in general, hearing about MHS Genesis, things like that, knowing what you have coming at the MEPS and in just general enlistment and things like that, this is a place for you to get a little bit of your info. Not the main place, but you can get it here and there and everywhere, and this is one of the places you can get some of it. And stick around also, obviously, for the gun videos and the shooting and stuff. I do that all is right over here. So in my basement, unfinished basement, it's like really scary down here with like no lights on and whatever. So anyways, thank y'all for watching. This has been kind of a longer video, but the whole thing is full of information. Obviously, I should have said that at the very beginning instead of right now. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you want to support the channel, in the description of my channel is my Patreon. So if y'all want to donate a little bit on there, that'd be really cool. If not, it's okay. As long as you like the video and think it's great and maybe subscribe, I'm cool with that. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. See y'all next time.